don't you tell the moms a little bit about yourself and your practice and what you do?
Sure. So I'm a reproductive psychiatrist, which means that I focus primarily on psychiatric disorders during pregnancy and postpartum, and also women's mental health in general. My practice is almost exclusively women, and that's the population that I really like working with.
So for many women, taking medication in pregnancy is a big decision. Mm-hmm. It's a big decision because maybe you've suffered with depression for a long time. And one of the things that we know is that women who go off their medication that had been keeping them stable have a very high risk of having a recurrence of symptoms during pregnancy. Mm-hmm. That's well established in the literature. Mm-hmm. And we know also that a healthy mom is what makes a healthy baby, mm-hmm. right? And you're a system. And so it's not a small decision to go off medication. And many women do choose to stay on medication, not only for their own mental health, mm-hmm. but also for the health and well-being mm-hmm. of their developing fetus.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of my practice is actually devoted to meeting with women and having this conversation, hopefully pre-pregnancy, right, to be able to talk about your history, risks and benefits, the data, what do we know, what do we not know, so that you're going into it making an informed choice. And the reality is that a lot of women will decide, look, for me, it makes sense to stay on medication because that's going to keep me well. Other women will decide, that's not what's right for me. Mm-hmm. And either one is okay. But I think what is really important is to have the information mm-hmm. and to not just make a decision based on sort of some abstract feeling that I shouldn't do X or I shouldn't mm-hmm. do Y. Mm-hmm. So that those consultations can be just very empowering. That ultimately the decision is up to you. And if you have a partner, having that conversation with your partner involved mm-hmm. So that you can make it together. There's a really good source of information, actually, the internet, which has a lot of bad information. Mm-hmm. Mass General has a wonderful website, womensmentalhealth.org, which has a lot of great information about medication during pregnancy, postpartum, and it's good information written for the general public. But it's such a deeply personal decision. Yeah. And about, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 8 to 10% of women are taking antidepressants in pregnancy. So this is not an uncommon thing.
Right. Yeah.